Hello WordNerds, my name is Helen, and today we're gonna do something really fun. So some of you, like me, have probably been watching the WordNerds for a really long time, and you know about their nano journeys and their writing journeys and all of that wonderful, amazing stuff. But I'm a relatively new face, and you don't know any of my nano journey, so I thought that I would do the NaNoWriMo Tag for you guys. This tag was originally created by Christina Horner. Her channel is no longer active, but all of her videos are still there, so we will make sure to link that down below for you guys to check out. And without further ado, let's jump right in. Question 1. How many times have you done NaNoWriMo? And this year, November 2019, is year 7 for me. I have won 5 times in the past. I didn't win in 2017. I'm not gonna win this year either, but that's okay. Question 2 is, how did you find out about NaNoWriMo? I'm not sure. I know I discovered it when I was in 12th grade, and it was just before Camp Nano was starting for that year, and I tried to take part in Camp Nano in April, I think, and I failed miserably. But that was 2013. So definitely in 2013 is when I found out about NaNoWriMo, but I don't know what it was that made me learn about it. I think it was like a Facebook ad, or if I had already discovered BookTube by that point, maybe someone else had talked about it. I don't know. I discovered so much about BookTube and WriterTube in such a short amount of time in 2013 that it's all a blur. Question 3. What was the name of the first novel you attempted with NaNoWriMo? It was called Ruins of the Heart. We don't really talk about it that much. It was about a young girl and her family from Jerusalem, and they migrated every year to Italy to perform and earn money, and while she was there, she met the Prince of Russia and fell in love. It was a historical fiction, but not accurate at all. It's terrible. We don't talk about it. Question 4 is to give us a 1-sentence summary of what you're working on this year. I was gonna talk about Fool's Gold, but I'm not working on that for Nano. I don't really have a 1-sentence summary for this project yet because it is so incomplete. I haven't thought it through at all. This is what a terrible question for me to have to answer. It is a young adult, ghostly, horror, mystery thriller set in Scotland, and it follows a girl who can see into the spirit realm, and she uses that to, like, exorcise ghosts and stuff. Sorry. Question 5 is, what's the best writing advice you've ever been given? And it's kind of, honestly, it's what NaNoWriMo is about. It's just get the words on the page. I had tried writing so much before I started taking part in NaNoWriMo, and I was never able to finish anything because I just didn't think it was good enough. And NaNoWriMo gave me the chance to turn off my inner editor and actually just get all the words on the page and actually finish a manuscript for once. And that is so helpful. Getting your first draft done is the best. Question 6 is, have you ever taken a year off Nano and why? I have not, although I probably should have this year because I'm barely taking part anyway. But it's fun and I like the community, so I keep taking part. Question 7 is, what is your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write? That's kind of a hard one to answer because I keep getting inspired from really different things. Sometimes it's just suddenly being really into horror and wanting to try writing your own horror book. And sometimes it's thinking about how chaotic Jack Sparrow would be if he had the powers of King Midas. And sometimes it's just loving Rapunzel and wanting to write a Rapunzel retelling. Or sometimes it's a prompt. I've had 2 stories come out of prompts, Tattoos and Tiramisu came out of a dialogue prompt I found on Pinterest, and Scarlet came out of a comic that my friend Isa sent me about someone becoming a serial killer to ask death out on a coffee date. It's everywhere, man. Question 8 is to read the first sentence from one of your novels. And I didn't realize that this was one of the questions, but I happen to have Scarlet right here, and I like the first sentence of Scarlet, so we're gonna go with that one. Everything starts with a heart attack. I should probably clarify, I don't have a heart attack. My victim does. And finally, question 9 is, why do you love writing? And that's the hardest question to answer. I love writing because it lets me create stories that people might love or that I want to see in the world. And I love that it gets my imagination working, and I love getting lost in words. I think that's a pretty accurate way to say it. So, those are all the questions in the NaNoWriMo tag. What are some of your answers? What are you guys working on for NaNoWriMo? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions for me about my NaNoWriMo experiences or my books that I've written through Nano, leave them in the comments down below. I do hang out in the comments after these videos go live, and I like to, chat with you guys. And I love hearing from you. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, nerds!